Hi everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I'm Jake and we're back with another episode of Lille Legends in a season where, based on the comments that we've been getting, I think a lot of you think this could be the one where we finally do it. We are of course talking about the Champions League. We've said multiple times when we win the Champions League, this series will end, and I think this season, I don't want to jinx it, but I think this season could potentially be the one where we do it. You know we're definitely going to lose today after I've said that. But here we are with another episode, and today we are playing Manchester City in the quarter-final second leg. We already know our semi-final opponents should we go through, and of course we've already played the first leg. So who knows, maybe this will be it, maybe this will be the time when we finally do win the Champions League. We haven't had too much happen since the last episode because of course we are in the later stages of the Champions League now. We've recently knocked out Barcelona in a very, very convincing win, so not too much has happened since then. But I was asked by you guys when I asked for something that I could do to potentially improve the series. You guys asked for maybe to make the videos a bit longer to see some of the best goals that we've scored recently. However, I think a good version of that will just be to show what happened in the last leg, show the goals from the last legs, while I do the usual thing where I ask you guys to like the video. So guys, as you can see, we did win 2-1 against Manchester City in the first leg. It would have been a very good result had it not been for the Erling Haaland penalty right at the very end. Not that that means that the result wasn't good, but of course with one away goal, it gives Manchester City a much better chance in the next leg of doing something. Possession actually was quite heavily favoured in Manchester City's. Oh no. You know what, it's actually been quite a while since I recorded the last video because I went on a week away. So I actually recorded that before I went on the week away. I didn't realise how much Man City dominated us, really. XG, they beat us. Possession, they beat us. We did have more chances. So you know what, I'm going to hold out hope that we can do something. But yes, let me just quickly show you the goals whilst I do the usual thing. So, of course, it really means a lot if you guys could hit the like button. If we can aim for 50 plus likes, and that would be great. It really does help the videos in terms of pushing them out to more people. As you can see, the goals are going on there. A good goal from Todibo, and then a good finish from Aouar, who's recently came back from injury. Have I just called him Aouar? Ooh, I don't even know if that's right, but yeah, there you go, there are the goals. If you could like the video, and it really does mean a lot if you do, because then these videos could potentially be seen by more people, and we get more viewers on board, and it just makes the series a much better environment as a whole. So thank you guys for that. Thank you for the general support on the whole series. So if you could hit the subscribe button as we push for 4,500 subscribers, a good percentage of you, at least 25+% of you guys aren't subscribed. So if you could hit that subscribe button, that will make us ever so closer to that 4,500 goal. And drop a comment down below what you think is going to happen in this Manchester City game. Are we going to go through? Are we going to make it to a semi-final? Or do you think this is where it all comes crumbling down? So yeah, drop your prediction down below. And with that being said, there's not too much more to talk about. League form has been very good, as you can see. Many wins along the way, and it's meant that the league is pretty much wrapped up, pretty much won, unless we completely collapse in the next stage. And also, if you want to see who we're playing in the semi-final, well, these are the teams left, Liverpool and Real Madrid, and it looks like Liverpool are going to knock out Real Madrid unless there's a very big upset in that game in the second leg. We have got Manchester City, that's quite an even game so far. Man U have comfortably beaten Juventus, I believe. That's still only one leg, but I think they will be fine overall. And Atalanta have had a good game against Atletico Madrid. That one can still go either way. I believe we could beat both of these teams quite comfortably. Should Juventus go through, I believe we could beat them. I think Manchester United will be a hard one, and of course Liverpool and Real Madrid too. They're teams that we're all scared of, but at the end of the day, these are the areas that we need to win in. We need to win these crucial games if we want to be one of the biggest teams in the world. But we're not going to be playing Atalanta or Atletico Madrid, because in the semi-final we will be playing the winner of Man United or Juventus, which looks like it will be Manchester United. So should we get through, we'll have knocked out one Manchester team only to play another, and the other leg will probably be quite a comfortable win for whoever goes through in Liverpool or Real Madrid's game, and it looks like that will be Liverpool. So it looks like we've got plenty of Premier League opposition on the horizon should we keep winning. But yeah, that's all I really need to say. Thank you guys again for all the support. As I did mention in the last few videos, if you have missed it, the channel has now been monetized, which is awesome. Don't worry, it doesn't make any money. I'm not becoming a millionaire. I believe it's made £5 in total now, but you know, that's almost 2 meal deals. If you're from England and you know what a meal deal is, then you know that's pretty good. So yeah, thank you guys for that. Money doesn't bother me, but it is just nice to see that the channel is progressing and the videos are picking up a little bit. So thank you guys for that, and I'm very, very excited for what we have on the horizon on this channel. Not just this series, but what we could potentially do in FM22 now that I've finished university. I have a bit more time to dedicate towards this kind of thing. Of course, I probably will have a job soon. However, that will mean that in the evenings I could record videos. I don't know how it will work too much yet, but yeah, Manchester City, Champions League quarter-final. We've got a French Cup final on the horizon against PSG. We've got the league pretty much won, and the team we're using today to hopefully put us through this Manchester City game is this. We are going for Anthony Massey in goal, one of the best players for us this season. He's definitely lived up to the money that we paid for him, and the board are still delighted with the signing, even though we paid £90 million for him, which goes to show just how good of a player this goalkeeper is. We've got Emerson, Todibo, Ahmed Hozic and Sasuke at left back. I believe Aaron Martin is out injured for a little while, if I do remember right. Yeah, there you go. Aaron Martin is injured for 3 or 4 weeks, I believe it is. However, Sasuke is definitely a good enough backup, wanted by Manchester United, a concrete interest now, not just minor interest. So hopefully we can hang on to him. I believe this position, should the series continue, will be his. We've got a midfield too of Cousins and Cooper Myers, just to add a little bit of defensive nous in there with Cooper Myers over Sanchez or Uar. Then we've gone for Anthony, Almada, Barrow and Jung as our forward line with some very good players on the bench. I think Uar has got a big role to play off the bench, as has Arezo and Akone. Arezo, I think his time could be up should this series continue past this season. Celso Jung has done great, and Arezo could definitely fetch a pretty decent sum. So here we are. This is the team we're using. A lot of you guys are probably shouting at your TV, at your phone, at your laptop, whatever you're watching this on, because I haven't actually used a defensive midfielder. We could potentially drop into this kind of formation and play a counter-attacking game. But look, we use this tactic against Barcelona. Now, if you'd asked me at the start of the season, I would have said, yes, away games, I'm now going to use a defensive midfielder. But Barcelona, we smashed, what was it, 5-1 at home or 5-1 away with this kind of tactic. You've got to believe that it's good enough, and the players are good enough now that we can play our own tactic. I've always been that way, where I don't really think about the tactic too much and think more about the players, because I believe with any tactic, even if you have, unless it's something completely stupid, don't get me wrong, but if you have a solid tactic and you just keep improving the players, eventually you will win. That's what we're going for here. Could all backfire on me, but I've got to go with the guns. I've got to stick with my guns. I think we beat Barcelona very comfortably with this tactic, so I can only assume we can do it again against Manchester City. If we don't, I don't believe it's the tactic. I believe it's the players and the mentality. So hopefully we don't go down and concede early. We've got a 2-1 lead. Of course, one away goal really will help us. So let's get into the match. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. And everyone cross your fingers and pray that we can make it through this quarter-final tie. Okay, boys and girls, if there are any girls watching, here we are. This is the Manchester City team. They've gone for Ederson, Diaz, Laporte, Neves, Foden, Tielemans, Sterling, Silva, Haaland with Tomiyasu at right back and a regen called Wayne Pennell at left back. Don't know this guy. He looks fairly decent, not amazing. So, yeah, here we go. They've got a good team. Probably on paper, they've got some of the better players, some experienced players, to say the least. They've definitely got the experience over us. Who knows what could happen here, though. One away goal for us, and that would really change the game. Possession-wise, we've done pretty well so far. Barrow on the ball. Almada, first highlight of the game. Phil Foden, good tackle. Maybe not what he's known for, but it was a good tackle there. And Raheem Sterling is going to break away and potentially play through Erling Haaland, who is, of course, the danger man we want to avoid. Emerson does well to stop Sterling going through. Celso Jung's very isolated up there, isn't he? 5 men maybe on him. Foden, Bernardo. I don't really know what's happening, but I believe it's going to be a Manchester City goal. Oh, Massey, what an absolute hero. What an absolute defensive shift that was from everybody there. I'd just like to say as well, Manchester City, after 8 minutes, look at that XG. But their team, I was actually thinking, this is something that could potentially happen in real life. You never know. Haaland's always being linked with Man City. Neves, I could see potentially moving there one day. So Football Manager seems to get these things right quite regularly, you know. But 12 minutes in, and we've already had a heart in the mouth moment, and I think that's how this whole game is going to be. Of course, oh, hold on, there's a highlight. Anthony, into the box. Cooper Myers, just over, but that's what we want to see. I think set pieces are going to be the way to go for us here. Should we get absolutely dominated in this first half, I will switch to the counter-attacking cautious tactic. We just haven't really deployed it that many times that I'd be comfortable using it in a huge game like this straight away, knowing that our normal tactic could have done good enough. We don't know if it could do yet. Here is Almada though. Oh no, Tomiyasu's beating him to it. Almada's got to put on the afterburners there to win that ball. This is only a quarter-final and it's basically like the biggest game of our life. I don't know. Celso Jung, he's the man of the moment recently. Celso Jung, it was hard to score from there to be honest, but it was a good ball in through to him, and that's the kind of chance that I think we're going to have to live off in this game. Manchester City are probably going to starve us of any simple build-up play chance. It's likely going to be something like that, where we're a bit more direct, and Ahmed Hozic has taken the meaning of direct a bit too far there, just absolutely hoofing it up back to the Manchester City team, and we really don't want them on the ball because they've got 3 central midfielders who can absolutely dominate the game and dominate possession and really dictate the tempo. So we do need to be careful. Haaland with another big chance there. We've blocked it well. We're going to look to counter-attack, and I think if this is how we're going to play anyway, I may as well switch to the counter-attacking tactic. I may as well do it at half-time. If we're just going to play counter-attacking, there's no reason that we shouldn't just do it anyway. I'll take off Almada, bring on Uar. Maybe I should have done it earlier, because if we concede now, I'll look stupid. But Sasuke with a long throw finds Barrow. Barrow to Cooper Myers. Cooper Myers in. Celso Jung. It's gone in. Celso Jung scored. 1-0 to Lille. Away. 3-1 on aggregate. That is big, big news for us. Manchester City will now need 2 goals just to take it into extra time. The long throw kind of didn't really do anything, but we caused a bit of chaos. That was a great cross from Cooper Myers. Celso Jung, I don't know what the Manchester City defenders were doing. They didn't jump for it. And the man of the moment, the star of the show recently, Celso Jung, scores the header. He is, in my opinion, our starting striker guaranteed next season. Arezzo, I would expect him to maybe leave. I don't know. He's just not even around. I don't even consider bringing him on anymore because I know Celso Jung, even if he isn't involved that much, can come up with something like that. But there we go. We are now 3-1 up. So unless we concede 2, it goes into extra time. So I guess now we play a bit more defensively, a bit more counter-attacking, and try and play that way. Box-to-box midfielder, who would be a good job at that? I think Awar. We may as well bring Awar on, right? Are you any better that way? If we just go based on star ratings, I think that makes more sense. Let's do that. Cousance is left-footed too, I believe. So let's do this. Hopefully, it doesn't completely affect the way that we're playing. Let's go to the dressing room. We've done our team talk. Here we go, guys. This is it. 45 minutes to make sure we get into a semi-final where we'll face another English team, probably in Manchester United. XG has all been Manchester City's way. I wouldn't be very surprised if they scored a goal. I just hope they don't score 2. And 60 minutes in, so far, so good from us here. Manchester City do have a highlight though, just as I was thinking about potentially making some subs. It's Phil Foden. I don't really know what Massey was doing there. Did it take a deflection or something? The shot didn't seem that great. Just seemed to slowly curl away. And that now puts Manchester City in a position where they're going to be chasing that goal very hard now. I don't really know what happened there. The ball was always curling, but I think Massey should have had that. But yes, of course, now Manchester City only need 1 to take it into extra time, and they have looked like scoring a goal. So I don't really know. Have we actually improved the way we've played since we've switched tactic? I would say no. We've completely lost any possession of the ball, and we haven't had any highlights where we've broken away. However, this is what we're waiting for. Celso Jung chips it. Oh, that would have been stupendous. That would have been stupendous from Celso Jung. He's tried that on a big stage. I will show you his attributes afterwards. He's a very unique striker, but let's bring off some players now. Anthony, you can come off for Ikone. Ikone's never really done us too wrong. Maybe just for his pace. Maybe just for his pace, Arezzo comes on. I said I wouldn't really use him. Celso Jung, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go for Arezzo. Celso Jung's given us a good shift. Now it's Arezzo's turn to prove why he should still be a Lille player. Okay, so that's 3 subs used now. XG has all been in Manchester City's favour. Since we switched to this tactic, possession has been pretty poor. And I think we've probably invited Manchester City on a bit too much. So maybe in the future I wouldn't switch to this. But I don't know, guys. It's worrying me a little bit. Manchester City going forward. Raheem Sterling, he's bent it over. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to hold on. Focus, boys. Focus. We've used our substitutions. We went defensive. We've tried to manage the game a little bit better than we usually would. I'd happily take a 1-1 draw. Added time. Stick to it, boys. Come on, we're almost there. 93 minutes on the clock. Blow your whistle. We've done it. We've done it. Manchester City knocked out. One of the best teams in the Premier League have been knocked out. And now we've got to just take on the rest of the Premier League. Liverpool potentially. Manchester United almost definitely. Oh, well done everybody. Heart in mouth moment. Celso Jung, the man of the moment for us there. Liverpool, yes, have gone through. They've knocked out Real Madrid's team that features the like of Kylian Mbappe. So that goes to show how good they've been. So there you go. So far we know that Liverpool are through and Lille are through. Man United are likely through, and that game doesn't really matter too much to us now. So, yeah, league pretty much won. Champions League semi-final, which is the furthest we've ever got. I believe we got here one more season before. I don't remember when, but I believe we have got to a semi-final and lost. Never made a final, and a French Cup on the horizon too. I did say I'd show you the man of the moment, Celso Jung. He's a very, very strange striker, guys. He's strong, 6'1", likes to argue with the referee, fairly quick, can jump, has 19 heading, so that's probably where all his headed goals come from, because he is so good at jumping and actually heading the ball. Mentally, he's pretty strong too. He's determined. He makes good decisions, good composure, fast work rate, decent at passing too, good technique. Not the best finisher, but he has good long shots, good first touch, and exceptional dribbling. What are we actually training him on right now? Quickness. Yeah, I'd go with that. I think speed is very good in the match engine this year. So there you go. He really likes me as well. Celso Jung, the Brazilian 20-year-old, gets us the goal that pretty much takes us... Well, no, it did take us into the semi-final. Yes, it was a bit of a tougher game than we maybe wanted. I believe overall, credit to Manchester City. They probably were better on the night and better in the first leg too, but that doesn't matter. We've made it through. Celso Jung with a goal in the second leg. Todibo and Uar in the first leg. Haaland and Phil Foden getting the goals for Manchester City there. Not long now, and I'll see you guys again in the semi-final of the Champions League. Probably Manchester United, but you never know. So, do like the video if you enjoyed that. It was a heart in the mouth moment for me. I really enjoyed recording it. Let me know what you thought down below. We're finally in a semi-final, and thank you guys for all your support. Who knows, maybe I'll be talking to you next time. Instead of £5, we'll have made £7. I know, a bit crazy, but we could have done it, guys. So, thank you for watching. I hope you're all good. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.